Sup my dudes, Valk here. Today I'm going to show you guys how to get on the leaderboard. Obviously I'm going to be able to tell you guys a super optimized strategy because you're going to need people to do this with. You're going to need like 2 to 3 people that have really good accounts. You can see here almost every one of these leaderboard runs are ran with about 3 people optimally. You can see 2 people here, 3 people here. But I'm going to show you guys one of the best teams to do it if you're wanting to actually go out to the leaderboard. So first off, you guys have to ask yourself, what are you looking for to really want to try to push leaderboard? And it's really characters that either have nuking abilities, such as Lord Sombra, that can clear out waves to create a high score, or characters that can reach crazy high attack stats with the Hunter passive. So if we find LR Mihawk. You can see Hunter passive increases attack by XP when his unit kills an enemy. And we go down, and there's another unit that has that. That's probably better than Mihawk, which is Toji, who's for some reason was shirtless. I guess he is shirtless in this, right? No. It's a bug. Yeah, it's a bug. He's got a black shirt on. Okay, but he also has Hunter, exact same as Mihawk. So we're going to put a team together today that actually fulfills all those conditions. I don't know if we'll actually be able to run it solo. I've only been able to run this with other people, but I'm going to find out. I don't know. I will be able to see, but it is the Swift and Deadly category. You go to Swift and Deadly category, you look, and look, all of them are on here. You got Toji, you got Mihawk, you got Lord Sombra. All of them are on a singular team. So we go here, we grab Toji as our Swift and Deadly lead, and then we go here, we grab Mihawk, we grab Sombra, and now we need to look at stunners or ways to stall. So who else is on here? Oh, Kujaku Demon. That's one of the best debuffers in the game with Despair and a Slow. That's really good. We already have Kujaku Demon on here. And then, of course, you know, we got to bring Shanks. And then afterwards, we also want to bring Uta. So we're going to want to go here. We're going to clear. We're going to go and bring Ado. So now that that's done, how do we run it? How do we do our placements, etc.? Let me show you guys at least how I did it. And like I said, this isn't going to be for everybody. There's also another team you can run with Maharaga and Megami. I think that's a really good team too, but I believe this is the best one for actually just racking up the score inside Infinite. So we go endless mode, we go random enemy, we go insane, no, in normal. I'm just going to do it on normal because I don't think this team would last on insane without any type of money generation running solo, but you ideally don't want to be running in solo. But this is just to give you guys an idea of how this works and exactly what you can expect from it whenever you run it yourselves. I do think this team is insanely powerful. I think it's a very, very powerhouse-driven team that's really, really, really good for Infinites and just racking up the score as high as humanly possible. Super solid. You would ideally want to have somebody running this team, have somebody running like a Megami, and have somebody running like a stall team like Gojo, Power Reaper, Subaru, etc. Ways to get that up, and maybe have them run the money so they can help fund your units. Basically, there's ways to do this and ways to go about it, but you don't really want to be having too many people because then the enemies get too tanky too quickly, and you want to try to last as long as you possibly can. So here we're going to put a Mihawk actually behind the spawn. That might catch some of you guys off guard. But yeah, you want to put Mihawk behind the spawn, and then you want to put a Toji right here. So now we're going to put auto skip on. We're going to set it to 3 times speed. We're going to come here, and I want to make sure I have my SFX off. Yeah. Okay, now we're just going to upgrade our Toji. And we're kind of just going to let this keep happening. We're just going to upgrade, and we're going to go all the way up until he is pretty much maxed out. Because once Toji's maxed out, he's kind of like the big scaler. Once Toji's maxed out, we'll turn and focus on maxing out Mihawk. You want to pick range a good bit. You want to make sure your characters cover the entire map. So you do want to pick range, since the range gets a little bit of attack. You obviously aren't scaling as insane, but range does give a good bit of attack, so that is something to keep in note. You can see we didn't bring a flying one because Toji hits hill so quickly that you still need it. You don't need to bring any flying counters because Toji's got your back. So with this going now, we want to keep this going all the way and just keep it pushing until we get Toji fully maxed out, which is going to be a bit. Probably like wave 40 or 50 before we start working on this stuff. It does take quite a while to actually get fully maxed out because once again we don't have money generation, but you don't really need it because you can see now he's full AoE, he's hitting them as they spawn, so now he's sharing XP with Mihawk. Him and Mihawk are going to basically be the strategy here, where you kind of just want to keep Mihawk there until stuff gets kind of hairy, and then Once they get to about like 1 million to 3 million HP, that's when they can start putting down like shanks and stuff and start actually stalling. But we are going to put down the Utas as soon as we're done with these two, just to give them the attack buff. The attack buff will add up very, very quickly, but you just want to give this hunter passive time to ramp up so these units can actually, you know, showcase how strong they actually are, which they're very, very strong. So we're just getting money at this point. We're just grinding the funds, as they say. But I do believe this is one of the best leaderboard teams. I've been testing a bunch of different teams, and I think that this is probably like one of the best ones that you could possibly run if you're running it like solo. But I said optimally, you want to run 2 to 3 people. You want to have one person running the Megami because Maharaga scales up so hard, and then you want to have another person running Toji because the hunter passive is so good. Is Toji actually shirtless in this? Am I crazy? I could have swore he had a black shirt on. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Anyways. It's a bug, dude. It's I have no idea. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's funny to talk about, though. Alright, so like I said, we're just chilling now. We're just waiting to get our 132k. You can see that XP racking up. You can see before any type of buff, he's already at 1 million attack stat. Really, really high attack stat. He's going to be very good for just racking it up. It's going to kind of make me... It's going to choke Mihawk out, not having this attack buff. But, at the end of the day, Toji's is a little bit more important. Simply because he can cover the entire map with it. And he can do a lot more work with it. So now we're going to spawn in our Utas. You don't want Uta to attack, so you're going to set Uta to stop. A lot of people don't know that this is an option in this game. But it is. But you just want to make sure the Utas do not attack whenever you put them in. We go stop, and then stop, and then add a buff. We're gonna once again hit range. We want her to get down to 35. Once it's down to 35, we go ahead and we pick the next one. All right, that's about it. We do that, and now we're gonna go ahead and max them out so they have full range coverage, so they can buff up the Mihawk and him. And you can see he's already at a 3 million attack stat. He's starting to rack up really, really high. Now we just want to make sure that we can get Mihawk up there as well. See, Mihawk's got decent 130k XP already, 300k XP. Only bad part about Uta is the summons will come in and start messing stuff up, but they're already at a high enough attack stat to where the only person that should be killing them are the hunters. So that's pretty good. That's good for us at least, because then we can keep racking up this hunter passive. And like I say, you really don't want to commit into too much until you get these two scaling up and you get their attack stats so high that they're almost always the one killing stuff. Because once they're the ones that are basically always killing things, you can kind of relax and take a little breather, because they're going to be getting such high attack values that you can kind of chill out. So we're going to keep it pushing. We got one more upgrade on Mihawk to go, and we're just kind of chilling out until then. And you guys can see exactly how this is going. He's already at a 7.4 million attack stat. Mihawk is at a... I'm waiting on the Uta buff to hit. A 3 million attack stat. So you guys can see how this strategy pretty much goes. You're pretty much just trying to stall, and soon we're going to put down Kujaku Demon and make sure he's able to actually stall them as well. We just want to get this last upgrade on Mihawk, and that way we can amp up all their damage as well. And then we're going to get Shanks down for... or start working on our Shanks for all the time stop. So next we're going to start working on this. We're going to make sure he can get the full AoE, which will be next wave skip. And now that he's full AoE, you guys can see he's going to trigger the spare slow, which is going to amp up the damage of our allies, which is really important. And now we're able to go ahead and turn Uta onto attack. So now we can turn Uta to where she's actually doing damage as well and contributing. And now with all the damage down, we can start putting down our Shanks. Pretty important to get the Shanks down. You want to get the Shanks cycling as soon as possible. That way you can get this hockey up and get this rolling. Okay, we're just going to keep picking range for now. We're almost to a point where I think we should start picking attack soon. Yeah, I think it's time to start finally picking attack. So next up, we're going to get this one up. And then with all the Shanks up, we'll be able to start stunning like crazy. And you can see Shanks isn't part of the leader ability, so he has a pretty low attack stat, which is good because then he won't kill stuff. So we're going to do this. We're going to wait till 30. Click next one. All right, cool. Click that. We can start just picking attack. 30. Wait for the next one. Cool. There we go. All right. So now that all of that is set and done, we have our Kujaku Demon. We have everything. We're going to come over here now. We're going to place our Lord Somber. You're going to be like, why are you placing Lord Somber so late? It's very simple. It's because, believe it or not, guys, right? You can see how quickly the damage is going to scale up because the enemies have enough HP to actually take a lot of damage. You don't need these units that you need like damage requirements for. You don't need to put them on early on. You just need them to basically do their damage, which is very easy once the enemies have so much damage that are so much HP that they can actually take a good number of hits. So you can see here how much HP they have, how much it's going down. And we kind of just want to, we can pop this probably. Just do that. That way we meet our damage requirement very quickly, very easily. So now with that done, we're looking to basically just start trying to round it out and start maxing everything out. We got this done. We have one more upgrade for Lord Sombra that you can see. And you can see he's at 15 million attack. He is at 12.3 million attack. And this is kind of how you're going to go. This is kind of how you clear everything, essentially, is you kind of just pump these two characters to the moon and kind of let them rock it all the way. So now that we have one Kujaku Demon down, I guess we just need to wait till we get this last one. And then we can push this attack up. Once we get him fully maxed out, then we can start saving up for all range atomic whenever they get towards the end, so we can shoot our score up really, really high. You guys will be able to see exactly how high of a score I can get solo to give you guys an idea of like what an optimized strategy this can do and why I say this is probably like one of the best teams to do this with. So next up, we are going to probably put down another Kujaku Demon. Probably like right here-ish. Let him out and max him out. And then one more Kujaku Demon right here, dead center. So what we have here in the center is the full AoE. And for cones, we put behind the spawn so they can get as many hits as possible. Essentially, right? That's kind of the whole idea behind it all. So next we do this. We max you out. We max you out. And you guys can see, even with no Oshi, I'm still able to fully max out everybody. And it kind of lasts all the way to the very end, which is really good. Good for us, at least. We're going to do this. I want to make sure they are hitting full map, right? Like, Shanks is hitting the entire map, right? Yeah. Okay, good. Just barely. I might want to pick one more range if I get the option. Next we're going to do this. We're not really going to activate this auto buff. We're just bringing her in for damage. And that is everybody down, right? Yeah. Everybody down and maxed. So now we're just going to kind of sit on this and kind of wait. Kind of wait for them to reach towards the end. And once they reach towards the end, I'll go ahead and activate all range atomic. Yeah, because they're starting to actually push through now. At wave 102, I'm already at 7.2 million solo score. I don't know if I can break 10 million solo. It'll be interesting. But you guys get the idea of how this works, essentially, right? Where you basically just have to push in. You have to just keep pushing. And just use Swift and Deadly to get your attack up. And we'll see once I use all range atomic where Toji and them attack is at. Well, you can see right now, right? Yeah, they're not pushed through yet. They had a 25 million attack stat, and he is at a 25 million attack stat. So you guys get the idea. He's at 6666. El Diablo Sombra. Alright, so too much enemy. So now with too much enemy, that means that it would be a very good time to hit all range atomic if we can't clear it out. Yeah, we're gonna have to hit all range. Alright. So now, with that done, we're going to get a fresh wave, and you can see I'm at 8.8 million running it solo, which is really, really good. Almost a 10 million solo score. We should be able to get a couple more kills in, and get, I imagine we'll break 9 million off this, hopefully. We'll see. Here's a little trick with Sombra you guys can do, by the way, too. Let me do this. You want to sell him, and then you want to replace him after activating all range, because all range puts him on a very high cooldown. But if you sell him and then replace him after activating all range, you can almost instantly do I am atomic here. And you'll get a nice little damage boost going like that. I don't think you'll kill anything because everything has billions and billions of HP. But you guys get the idea. So a solo score of 8.91 million. Almost broke 9 million solo. You guys get the idea with this. If this was a much more optimized strategy, I can easily see how you can get to the leaderboard with this, but this is just a really, really good team. Probably, in my opinion, the best team for running leaderboard. You just have to run it in conjunction with other people, running time stops, time skips. Shinji's really, really good if you guys have him. Shinji is amazing for running leaderboard because he can wipe the field and get you a ton of score. But basically, you want scaling characters like Toji, like Mihawk, and then you also want other people like Shinji, or you want big nukers to wipe the floor or wipe the field and go ahead and summon that in and try to generate as much score as possible because you're trying to constantly wipe the enemies as they're coming in. And Shinji's a very, very powerful tool in doing that. Anyways, that's basically the video. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you guys all for watching. If you guys have any more questions, let me know in the comment section below. But I just wanted to showcase this team and the fact that it's a very, very good team for actually climbing leaderboard, and explain how you really want to go about leaderboard, how you want to go about generating score. It's just trying to wipe big health enemies over and over and generating a ton of attack by scaling up with Toji or scaling up with the Mihawk to be able to get to that point to where you're able to actually push the enemies. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.